I have I've always wanted to to be great at something. Um, for the long time, for from basically from childhood, I thought money is probably the only thing I want to be great at. But soon I found out that I just want to be great at something. Um, Might be coming from some sort of insecurity or whatever, but successful people, they're not fixed people. We are broken people, and that's fine. Uh, I have heard a lot of stories of people that go through psychedelic cycles, and they actually do fix their brain, and they don't have the drive anymore. So I don't ever want to fix my brain, because once you're fixed, you usually don't have the drive. You just want to have like a quite a normal life, but your brain really needs to be seriously fucked up um, to be very successful in most cases. In the majority of cases, your brain really needs to be fucked up. Like seriously, there should be things wrong with you. Um, and I'm happy about that. But anyway, I just wanted to be great at something, and I I was definitely considering some stuff that you could get great at it quite quickly, and some of the stuff were obviously athleticism. Um, and I thought at the time I thought it's gonna take me 1 to 2 years to be like really good at some sort of sport that I start doing. It's not the case. It may take longer than that. By that time, I believe that it was gonna take 1 to 2 years. Um, but the reason that I never continued with that was because it has a prime. Because you have a prime. Your body will have a prime, and then after the prime, once you hit the peak, then there is a decline. There is a definite decline. You can't get out of it. um and decline is probably the most depressing thing I could ever probably think of. Genuinely, I cannot think of anything more depressing than declining, than me not being better than yesterday at the main thing I do. So athleticism was off the table as soon as this logic came to the light. And even though I could have been good at something now, like some sort of sport or something, but I opt out, because I don't like the peak or the growth as much as I hate the decline, which is being just worse than yesterday, and I don't like that. So then I thought, what can I do? What is the thing that you can basically never ever peak in? And funnily enough, it's money and knowledge. You can, unless you lose your mind, you'll never peak. Knowledge, it just grows, it just compounds, and if there is no end to it. Money, it just grows, it just compounds. There is absolutely no end to it. So that's why I picked these two. I just want to be incredibly knowledgeable about multiple different industries in depth, and I just want to have a lot of money, because if I pursue these two things, I have less than 0% chance of decline unless I lose my mind, which is a different sort of percentage we need to calculate for. But yeah, I I do see people choosing sport. Some people prematurely select the sport that they want to play to be great at, and then they get to the their prime, they hit their peak, and then they're declining and they're depressed. If you have thought for a couple of months before you choose the sport, you would have been in a better position. Now, the thing about that is, Before you start, you could be like, yes, I will have a decline in that, but I accept that decline and I'm fine with it. That's different. If you're fine with it and you accept it, then it's not gonna affect you as much as if it just catches you off guard, because there's nothing worse than having a really terrible surprise that you never wanted to come. Um, yeah, think about it very, very um, thoroughly, and make sure what you're choosing as your lifelong mission is actually something that you won't regret. There are plenty of people I've seen, um, their goal is they're like 14, 15 years old, let's say, and they're like, oh, our goal is just to become a millionaire. Let's say 10 years later, about 10 years, that's how long probably it will take for them to become a millionaire. And then all of the sudden, all they all they think about is unaliving themselves. Why? Because they thought that would be a lifelong goal, and then they achieved the goal before age 25. They're like, I just started my life. Like, what am I gonna do the rest of the 50 years? I have no plan for it. It's incredibly common, and I know it must be incredibly stressful. Uh, well, it's depressing, not stressful. Um, but that's why you can't set actual goals. I think setting goals is quite a useless task. You need to have missions. You need to have small goals here and there just to keep going, but you need to have missions that never ends. If your goal is, let's say, educating all the young generation, you will die before you actually educate all the young generation. And then this is a this is a goal that you can fill up your whole life with. You'll improve as a human, you'll learn a lot of stuff, you'll make probably a lot of money, and you'll help a lot of people. And also there won't be any peak, and there won't be any decline, and there won't be a time that you would be like, I don't know what to do with my life. And if you avoid these stuff, you have a pretty good life. I'm pretty sure if you avoid these stuff, you have a good life. Um, yeah, think what you want to pick to do for your whole life.